My name is Ethan Gutierrez, and please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance and the Texas Pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to the Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. Please remain standing for a moment of silence. Thank you. You may now be seated. For today's announcements, we will look at our attendance. Our attendance daily average for Friday stands at 92.34%, and our weekly attendance for last week was 92.79%. Let's try to reach 97% and be present in school every day. Attendance matters, Hawks, so be here every day in school. For our clubs and sports section, we have the following announcements. Horizon Middle School is having a fundraiser with the National Junior Honor Society, and it will be taking place at the Panda Express in Horizon. It will be on Friday, March 28th from 9 a.m. to 11 p.m., and you must show that you are going to be a part of the fundraiser to participate. Let's help our school and raise more money. Attention Hawks, we will be having a family fun night on April 3rd, 2025 from 4 to 7 p.m. in the cafeteria. It is always important to show your dress code on a daily basis. You must be wearing a solid black, gray, or white polo shirt that is tucked in at all times, and only natural colored hair is allowed. On Thursdays, you are allowed to wear college or military shirts, and don't forget to show your Hawk spirit on Fridays. No hoodies or torn jeans are allowed on campus, and we always want to dress for success. Let's go to Studio 2 with Miss Ruiz.
Good morning, Hawks. I hope you all are having a wonderful Monday morning. Just a really quick correction. Our family fun night will be from 5 to 7, not 4 to 7 on April 3rd. Teachers, our elective and fine arts teachers, please make sure you are updating your data trackers. Make sure you are sharing the class data with your students and their individual data so they can update their trackers and reflect on their progress. Students and teachers, we do want to remind you that everyone should be utilizing the Securely Pass system. Thank you so much for our teachers who are using it daily. STAR is just around the corner, and we need to make sure that you are ready. We will continue to have our STAR mini camps. Every Monday, you will be reporting to your first period class. Then Tuesday through Friday, you will be with your STAR camp teacher. Make sure you are checking the bulletin board to find out where your class will be tomorrow. We will be taking attendance for our nest time, so please make sure that you are reporting daily. We need to bring our attendance up. Students staying at that 92-93% is not going to help you to achieve and to be prepared for your STAR exams and for next school year. So please make sure that you are here every single day. These last 9 weeks of school counts, and we need to make sure we are here. We are going to continue with our TELPAS makeup, so please make sure that you're checking your emails for that information, teachers. Great big shout out to our boys and girls wrestling team. They did a great job this Saturday at our tournament. Thank you, Hawks, for showing your commitment to your school and a job well done. As always, Hawks, cell phones and earbuds must be turned off and out of sight, not in your back pocket. Remember, if it is seen, heard, or being used, it will be picked up and a $15 fee will be charged. Our focus is on your learning, and these devices are huge distractions. Students, I do want to remind you that that also includes our hallways. We have been picking up earbuds that we are seeing with students keeping them in their ears. They're not allowed. They have to be turned off and put away, Hawks. Don't forget that if you have excessive absences, you and your parents can be taken to court. This includes nest time. So don't be one of those students, Hawks. Even missing one class counts as an absence. Our campus vision is building resilient achievers as our leaders, and we can reach our vision by following our PBIS Hawk core values of be responsible, be respectful, be safe, and be present. Students, some ways of showing how to be respectful is keeping your hands, feet, and other objects to yourself at all times, respecting the building and the bulletin boards. Use your manners by saying please and thank you, and holding open the door for another person. Great ways to show respect. Never forget that you are loved here at Horizon Middle School. We are happy that you are here each and every day. And if someone hasn't told you they love you today, Hawks, I'm telling you, I love you, and I hope you have a great day. Every day, in every way, you are getting better and better, so don't stop reaching for your goals. The decisions you make today affect you tomorrow, so always make those great decisions. Have a great day, Hawks. Now let's go back to Studio One with our anchors.
Thank you, Ms. Ruiz. Next, we have our counselors, Ms. Gutierrez and Ms. Gomez, with our SEL lesson. Take it away.
Good morning. I hope you're having a great day. It is awesome that you're here on this Monday morning. And remember, like Ms. Reese said, it's very important that you come to school. There are consequences when you are not here. But the biggest one is that you miss out on learning and you miss out on being with your friends. So think about that. So today is kind of a review of the things that we've learned in the past, but I think this is important for us to touch again. We still are having incidents with vaping, and some of you don't seem to understand whether you are caught or not caught. You know what you are doing, but we want you to understand the full dangers of what you are doing to your bodies. It is very important that you understand the risks that you are taking. And just to touch on that, remember, your brain does not fully develop till you're about 26 to 29 years old. Girls' brains fully develop sooner than boys. So the age range is about 26 to 29 years old. That means if you are putting these dangerous chemicals in your bodies, you can cause a lot of harm, not only to your body, but to your brain. So what is vaping? Vaping is the use of devices that are battery operated that people use to inhale an aerosol. That is like compared to like a hairspray. Smoke in this case, which is typically contains nicotine, flavoring, and other chemicals. They can resemble traditional tobacco cigarettes, cigars, or pipes, or even everyday items like pens or USB memory sticks. Many think that vaping is like a cigarette without the dangers, but it's not true. It's not true. You're putting more chemicals into your body than you would if you were smoking a cigarette. So how does vaping work? Vaping works by heating the liquid in a small device that you breathe into your lungs. The e-cigarette or vape pen or other vaping device heats up into the liquid to create an aerosol. Again, aerosol compared to like a Lysol spray, hairspray, all those type of things, air freshener, that's what you're putting into your lungs. This isn't water vapor. Again, it's not water vapor. It's the mist from the e-cigarettes that contains particles of nicotine, flavoring, and other substances. Remember. So what are different types of vapes? And you see the picture there. E-cigarettes or vaping products can be used to deliver nicotine cannabis, that is THC. Remember, if you are caught using THC, that is considered a felony. That is the highest crime you can be charged with. Flavoring and other chemicals. And they come in different shapes, sizes. They are referred to e-cigs, vapes, vape pens, dab pens or dab rigs, tanks, mods, pod mods, electronic nicotine delivery systems. Remember, the use of an e-cigarette or vaping product is sometimes referred as vaping or juuling or e-cigarettes. They're still very dangerous no matter what you call them. So how is vaping harmful? Think about it. Long-term use of electronic cigarettes or vaping products can significantly impair the function of the body's blood vessels. That's very dangerous, increasing the risk of cardiovascular disease. So then you can get high blood pressure or even have a stroke. Think about that, high blood pressure or a stroke. And those of us, I am one of them, that suffers from, I'm not going to say I have it. It's under control. It's very dangerous when it's not regulated. And sometimes you don't know what your body is going through. And again, it uses the word aerosol. You're putting harmful chemicals into your body and causes long-term harmful effects to your lungs. So what are you inhaling? Well, you're inhaling nicotine, ultrafine particles that can be inhaled deep into your lungs, flavoring, a chemical linked to serious lung disease, organic compounds, cancer-causing chemicals, and heavy metals such as nickel, tin, and lead. All those things are ultrafine and they're going into your body. Think about that. And remember, it's not like food that our body knows what to do and it knows how to expel it. We go to the bathroom and we expel what we don't need. These are chemicals. They stay in our body. They cause a lot of disease and harmful side effects. So how does vaping affect your mental health? Think about that. It's not only your physical health, but it's also affecting your mental health. So when you stop using it, the body and the brain have to get used to not having the nicotine. You go through withdrawals. Nicotine withdrawal symptoms include irritability, restlessness, feeling anxious or depressed, trouble sleeping, problems concentrating, craving nicotine. People may keep using tobacco products to help relieve these symptoms. Remember, it is highly addictive. And again, let me remind you, it is even more highly addictive for you all because your brains are not fully developed. Your brain does not fully develop until you're about age 26 to 29. Think about that. We have teachers and some of our employees here that are adults and their brains are fully developed, much less yours. Think about that. It is harmful. It is harmful. It also causes a lot of stress for not having it, and it also causes mental health symptoms like depression. So, vaping can be expensive. In the United States, about $15 billion annually healthcare expenditures. That means consequences from using vaping. $15 billion costs, and about more than $2,000 per person a year, according to a study or a research in San Francisco. So it's not only hurts your pocket for buying them, but it hurts your pocket because of the health issues that it causes. So black market vapes, I've heard stories where you can buy them in swap meets or flea markets. You can buy them just about anywhere, but that doesn't mean they're even what the industry sells. So that means they're even more harmful to you. It says about many teens are buying black market vapes off the dark web. So you don't even know what you're getting. From 2019, vaping epidemic causes about 250 people to have serious injuries in the mouth. There's been stories where they explode when you're using them. The cartridges also explode in your pockets where you may have them because of the oils. Think about that. And these oils are also linked to respiratory failure. Again, it's a gooey substance that goes into your lungs. And remember, it's not natural. It's not like food. We don't know how to get rid of it. So I'm going to pause right here and I'm going to hand it to Ms. Gutierrez. She's going to keep explaining to you about the dangers of vaping. And why are we revisiting this? Because it is important that you understand that you are doing a lot of harm to your bodies. Just like your bodies haven't fully grown, your brain isn't fully developed, so you can stunt your growth, your brain development, and Ms. Gutierrez is going to explain a little bit about that in a little bit.
Thank you, Ms. Gomez. Yes, this is Ms. Gutierrez, the other school counselor, and I am going to continue our presentation talking about vaping. We want to look at what are carts and marijuana vapes, because a lot of times it is nicotine that's harmful to your body as well, but sometimes it turns out that it's marijuana that's in those vapes. And the thing is, students, sometimes you have a friend, they call themselves a friend, who will say, hold this vape for me, and you innocently take it. You should not be holding on to those vapes for anyone. We've had a lot of instances where a student is holding it for a friend, and they're the ones that get caught, and it ends up having the THC or the marijuana in it, and that is an offense that is punishable by being arrested, and then you can also be sent to the alternative school. And that flips your world upside down, because your parents are having to drive you over there and go pick you up from that school, and that's far away. And you want to be here with your friends. So make sure that you are not one of those that is deciding that you're going to actually hold a vape for someone else, because you never know if it's nicotine or if it is the marijuana. Okay. So what are the dangers of vaping? What are the dangers of vaping marijuana? The use of high potential concentrates, like those found in marijuana vapes and pens, correlate to a higher incidence of mental and physical health problems and can lead to higher risk of developing what they call paranoia, where you're completely really not in your senses. You can have psychosis and cannabis syndrome, that has something that's developed. So a study in New Zealand conducted in part by Duke University showed that people who smoke marijuana heavily on an ongoing basis use disorder. They lose about an average of 8 IQ points between the ages of 13 and 83. The mental abilities didn't fully return in those people that use the marijuana. So it's not like you're using nicotine, and when you stop, you give your lungs a chance to replenish and your body regenerates. It's not that way with marijuana. So you really need to be careful with what you're doing. So in reflection with this, what are some of the potential short-term and long-term health risks associated with vaping, and how might they affect your future goals and well-being? You know, if you want to be that doctor, that nurse, that astronaut, these are things that are going to deter your plans and your career, your future plans. And it's not something that just affects you. It will affect your future families, your spouses, your children. You can shorten your lifespan. So you want to live long, you want to live strong. That's become my new motto: live long and strong. How does the nicotine in vape products affect the brain and body, and why is it particularly concerning for young people whose brains are still developing? You're killing those brain cells, and they cannot be replenished, folks. So you really need to make better decisions and wise decisions. So there's a couple of things before we go. I don't think we had an opportunity to do so, but before going to the studio, we'd like to show you the shout out from Miss Reese. This shout out goes to our boys and girls wrestling team. They did a great job this Saturday at our tournament. And that should be a picture of them, kind of giving you the sample. So in the future, if it's something you'd like to join, let the coaches know, because this looks like a great example of something you can do to keep yourself active, productive. It's positive, and it keeps you away from the vaping. And then another couple of announcements. Ms. Reese did mention that you are having the STAR exams coming. Counselors have already pre-registered all of you for next year's schedule. In order for you to receive the 3 electives that you really want, those fun classes, you've got to pass your STAR exams. So it's super important that you pass them. So do your best to absorb everything the teachers are trying to impart on you so that you can get those fun classes next year. Now, the other thing is counselors passed out some permission slips. We gave them through PE, which are your coaches, Dean and Coach Moreno, and we gave them to Mr. Fuentes and also Kate, Ms. Escalante. Those permission slips need to be signed by your parents and returned as soon as possible. Okay, we have a presentation coming up, and it is sensitive in nature, so we have to have a parent permission. Without that slip, you cannot attend the presentation that will be coming. So please get them back to your teachers as soon as possible, and they'll get them back to us. And now to Studio One with our anchors. Hawks, just make it a great Monday.
Thank you, Ms. Gutierrez and Ms. Gomez. This concludes our morning announcements. Teachers, please remember to follow the 5-step plan and to check the students for dress code. That's all for today. Have a great day, Hawks.